I gotta talk to you.
What?
Look what's over here.
Oh yeah.
How did that get on there?
What?
What? Look, this.
My picture?
Yeah, your picture.
What's wrong with that?
Why is it on the desktop?
Because I thought it'd be cool.
Oh yeah, you thought it'd be cool. Cool enough to get a referral.
A referral?
Yeah, you're gonna get a referral, lady.
That's not enough to get a referral.
It sure is.
No, it's not.
The facing public
That
property.
is so stupid.
Well,
So you're really gonna give me a referral?
Yep. Make sure you take it to the office.
I'm not taking this to the office.
She's in trouble now.
Per week. On an average, we receive about 50 to 55 per month for the high school, so about 16 or so per week.
Okay. What's the most referrals you've ever gotten in a day?
Well, I had 26 in one morning on a day last week. That was a bad day. That was a record, and hopefully will never happen again.
What's the oddest referral you've ever seen?
Odd? Let's see. Well, we get odd ones all the time. I mean, today I had a referral for a student that was not wanting to put his shoes on. That was odd. When a student becomes argumentative, that's what causes the referral, not so much the action. It's referrals are a form of having a paper trail when kids have any kind of behavioral problems. And it comes to the office and is evaluated by Mrs. Stewart. Sometimes she speaks to the student, oftentimes she has me speak to the student, and many, many times it's just a warning so that the student understands we now have a tracking system. You've been warned about this. If we have a problem in the future, then we would have more consequences for that student.
What's the most common reasons why students get in trouble?
Lately, for the high school, we're really trying to crack down on the gum issues, so we've had a lot of gum referrals. Cell phones, we have a lot of cell phones that come to the office. All in all, these kids at the school have very good behavior. As you guys know, we've had no fights at the school, so I think with Mrs. Stewart's work, she keeps the kids, respecting the schools and respecting the classroom behavior.
Okay. How long have you been dealing with referrals?
4 years.
4 years. What happens when the referral is sent to the office? What exactly is the process?
Okay, the referral comes to the office, and Mrs. Stewart evaluates it and decides on a consequence. And then the student comes in and we talk to the student. And then there's a paper trail. There's a copy that goes home to the parents. If the kids are suspended, parents are called immediately. And the copy goes home, a copy goes in a filing system. 2 copies are filed on the computer, and a copy goes back to the referring teacher. And then at the end of every month, the lead teachers get tallies of all the referrals. If a student has more than 2 that month, it's a tracking system so they know where the problems are and who's not showing improvement.
Is it hard not to judge students when they get a referral?
No, Mrs. Stewart is so fair. For example, I've just received a referral for a student that we've never ever seen before. We call that having really good credit in the office. So if a student comes in and we've never ever talked to him before, it's absolutely just a warning to let them know, look, you don't have any kind of behavioral issues, you've got really good credit in the office, this is going to be a tracking. If later you do have problems, we can refer back to that, but we're just letting you know this isn't okay and, to change that behavior.
Do students have the right to defend themselves when they come to the office?
Absolutely. That's why if she has a consequence and the student comes in, and if there's some discrepancy in what the teacher said was going on and what the student says is going on, then she'll reevaluate it. Oftentimes if she decides, okay, that's fair, then she'll even change the consequences and have the student sometimes she'll set up a meeting between the teacher and the student and the parent to discuss, how we can make it better for everybody.
Do teachers ever get in trouble for writing referrals if Miss Stewart believes they're wrong?
She absolutely will talk to the teacher if she feels that the referral might not be completely appropriate or necessary. There could be times when instead of writing a referral, they could call the parent and talk to the student.
So that has happened.
Yes.
What was your worst experience with a referral since you've been with
I think sometimes the difficult part is when speaking to parents, it's not so much that they don't believe what's written on the referral, but they're enabling their child and making excuses for their child, and that happens quite often. Where
How
is this
frequently
gonna
do you
go?
give out referrals?
Hardly.
Why?
Because I talk to the student. If the student is having a problem, I talk to them one-on-one. That usually works. If that continues not to work, I call the parents. Then, if that does not work, then I write the referral.
What's the main reason why you give them out when you do?
Because the student's behavior is not changing. It continues. And I feel that I use a referral as a last resort, and I have to do that, yeah.
Do you feel there's a point when you give out referrals?
The point is to stop that behavior, whatever that behavior is, whether it's talking when the teacher is teaching or whether it's something else, is to stop that behavior, yeah.
Do you feel that the administration backs you up when you do give out referrals?
Yeah, I have been backed up before, and they're pretty supportive.
Do you have repeated offenders?
Not really. No, because I haven't written a lot of referrals. The one referral that I write for that student, it has the desired effect.
Main reason you usually give out referrals?
Well, I seem to get a lot of referrals for PDA, more than anything. That and chewing gum. I mean, referrals for discipline reasons. I usually take care of that on my own. I try not to write referrals for that unless I absolutely have to. I call parents and email parents and let them know. They usually handle things on their own. And if they don't, and it becomes an issue, then I'll write a referral. So, next word.
Do you feel there's a point in referrals?
Oh, absolutely. That it allows Mrs. Stewart or Mrs. Fry or Ms. K, whoever happens to be handling referrals, that referral, so that we know that if you have students getting a lot of referrals for the same type of things in other classes, we have a record of it. And number two, a lot of weight goes in the permanent record of the student, and what happens is, again, if a student gets a lot of referrals, then we know we have a problem, and it's something we can put in their file, and we can always see it there.
Do you feel the administration backs you up?
Oh, absolutely. Because I don't write a lot of referrals, I feel that when Mrs. Stewart or whoever happens to be handling it gets the referral from me, that they know that it's a true referral. It's not just can't handle things on my own, or because I just was in a bad mood, or because I just felt like writing a referral for writing a referral's sake. It was truly something that needed a referral. So, yeah, they definitely back me up, and I feel very confident in that things will be handled the way they should.